Brook Forest Voices presents The Happiest Man in the World, Life Lessons from a Cultural Economist by Dr. James W. Jackson, read by Dr. Jackson.
Dedication to Dr. Anna Marie Jackson, my pretty cheerleader and precious partner for over 50 years. Chapter 1. The Question. Isn't it strange that princes and kings, and clowns that caper in sawdust rings, and common folk like you and me are builders for eternity? To each is given a bag of tools, a shapeless mass, and a book of rules. And each must make ere life is flown a stumbling block or a stepping stone. R.L. Sharp, A Bag of Tools, circa 1809. I like to tell people wherever I go, I'm the happiest man in the world. If that's not literally the case, I certainly must be among the few whose deepest desires have been fulfilled beyond what I could ever have imagined. I've traveled to more than 150 countries and have regularly experienced in any given 30 days the worst and the best of humanity. In the midst of squalor and within the private enclaves of plenty, I have seen both happiness and misery, and it's certainly not wealth that makes the difference. So, what does? Can we find happiness in pursuing our own dreams, or does human fulfillment depend upon our connection with others? Does our fate depend upon the world's destiny? I was raised in a secure family and in an active Protestant church. I was adamantly instructed that the church was the institution that dispensed happiness based on the notion, echoed by many faiths, that in loving God and one's neighbor lay the secret of happiness. Yet, not many of those churchgoers acted happy at all. I quickly learned what the church was against, but it took me a long time to discover what Christians were for. We were instructed that we could find meaning in our faith, a meaning that embraced the individual and then spread outwards. If large numbers of Christians found meaning in their faith, they could have a transformational effect on the world. The post-World War II era never really showed me much hard evidence of that. Historically, the church was at the forefront of the humanitarian reforms of Western civilization. What has Christianity accomplished lately, though? Today, surveys indicate that many still believe, more people than ever, in fact, but all that believing isn't changing much of anything. Why is that? When we think about people who are out happily changing the world, we think about a new class of social entrepreneurs like Bill Gates, Bono, Warren Buffett, or Bill Clinton. These folks are using what they learned building successful businesses, political machines, and huge followings to bring about meaningful change. They are helping to build a better world for people no matter what those people believe. What agenda does a neighborhood megachurch have for global transformation, for remedying the world's worst problems like education, poverty, disease, and political corruption? Is it sending teenagers to far-flung locations to build houses over spring break? Well, that's wonderful, but it lacks a scale.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?